What if I told you, one American state has witnessed pirates, lost treasure, deadly swamps, slavery, hurricanes, gangsters, space rockets, and some of the strangest stories in U.S. history. A land where Spanish explorers searched for eternal youth. Where hidden gold fleets vanished beneath hurricanes. Where native tribes fought brutal wars deep inside dangerous swamps. And where modern billion-dollar cities rose from empty wilderness. This isn't just another state. This is Florida. A place built through mystery, survival, violence, wealth, tourism, and power. And its story is far crazier than most people realize. Today, Florida is famous for beaches, theme parks, retirement communities, nightlife, and tourism. Millions visit every year. But beneath the sunshine lies centuries of hidden history. From ancient native civilizations, to European invasions, to Civil War battles, to becoming America's gateway to space exploration. Florida became one of the most unique states in the nation. This is the complete history of Florida. Thousands of years before Europeans arrived, Florida was already home to thriving Native American cultures. Tribes such as the Calusa, Timucua, Apalachee, and Tequesta controlled different regions of the peninsula. The Calusa were especially powerful. They built shell mounds, fishing networks, and organized societies without relying heavily on farming. Florida's warm climate, rivers, coastlines, and wildlife allowed native communities to survive for centuries. The Everglades became both a resource and a natural fortress. But in the early 1500s, massive ships appeared along Florida's coast. And everything changed forever. In 1513, Spanish explorer Juan Ponce de Leon arrived in Florida searching for wealth and glory. Legend says he was searching for the fountain of youth. Whether true or not, Florida quickly became important to Spain. The Spanish established settlements and missions throughout the region. One settlement became especially important. St. Augustine. Founded in 1565, it became the oldest continuously inhabited European city in the United States. But Florida was far from peaceful. Pirates attacked ships along the coast. Hurricanes destroyed settlements. And native tribes fiercely resisted European control. For centuries, Florida became a dangerous battleground between Spain, Britain, pirates, and rival empires. Treasure fleets carrying gold and silver sailed near Florida waters. Many ships were destroyed by hurricanes. Even today, treasure hunters still search Florida's coastline for lost Spanish gold. Pirates and smugglers frequently attacked coastal settlements. At times, Britain even controlled Florida after defeating Spain during global wars. Eventually, Spain regained Florida. But its power was weakening. And the young United States was expanding rapidly. In 1821, Spain officially transferred Florida to the United States. But control over the land was far from secure. One major obstacle remained. The Seminole people. The Seminoles resisted American expansion deep inside Florida's swamps and forests. This led to the Seminole Wars, some of the longest and most expensive Native American wars in U.S. history. American troops struggled to fight in Florida's dangerous wilderness. Many Seminoles were forced westward. Others escaped into the Everglades and remained undefeated. Florida officially became the 27th U.S. state in 1845. Plantation agriculture expanded across northern Florida. Like other southern states, Florida became tied to slavery and cotton farming. Then came the Civil War. In 1861, Florida joined the Confederacy. Although few major battles occurred there, Florida supplied food, cattle, and resources to Confederate armies. After the Confederacy lost the war, slavery officially ended. But Florida entered decades of political instability and segregation. During the late 1800s and early 1900s, railroads transformed Florida forever. Tourists from northern states traveled south seeking warm weather and beaches. Hotels, resorts, and new cities rapidly expanded. Entrepreneurs promoted Florida as a tropical paradise. Cities like Miami began growing rapidly. Land booms created fortunes overnight. But hurricanes repeatedly devastated coastal communities. Florida became a place of both opportunity and danger. During the early 1900s, Florida also became connected to organized crime and smuggling. Gangsters visited Miami and other coastal cities during the Prohibition era. Nightclubs, gambling, and illegal alcohol operations flourished. Meanwhile, wealthy elites built luxury estates across the state. Florida's glamorous image continued growing around the world. During World War II, Florida became a major military training center. Its warm climate allowed year-round pilot training. Military bases expanded rapidly across the state. After the war, millions of Americans moved to Florida. Air conditioning, highways, and modern suburbs fueled explosive population growth. Florida was transforming into a modern powerhouse. Then came one of the biggest transformations in Florida history. In 1971, Walt Disney World Resort opened near Orlando. The project changed Florida forever. Tourism exploded. Hotels, highways, restaurants, and entertainment industries expanded rapidly. Florida became one of the world's top tourist destinations. Florida also became America's gateway to space. At Kennedy Space Center, NASA launched astronauts into space during the Apollo missions. In 1969, humans landed on the moon. And many of those missions began from Florida's coastline. The state became forever connected to space exploration and scientific progress. Today, Florida is one of America's fastest-growing and most influential states. It is famous for tourism, beaches, retirement communities, international trade, and nightlife. Cities like Miami became global cultural and financial centers. Florida also became heavily influenced by Latin American immigration, especially from Cuba. At the same time, Florida faces major challenges. Hurricanes, rising sea levels, housing costs, and environmental concerns in the Everglades. Yet despite these risks, millions continue moving to Florida every year. Florida's history is unlike any other American state. It is a story of exploration, conquest, piracy, war, survival, wealth, tourism, and innovation. A land where ancient tribes once ruled swamps. Where treasure fleets disappeared beneath storms. And where rockets now rise toward space. Florida helped shape America's past. And continues shaping its future. From native civilizations, to Spanish empires, to Disney, hurricanes, and space exploration. Florida's history is one of the wildest stories in the United States. Subscribe for more powerful U.S. state history documentaries. Which state should we cover next?